Hello and welcome to IT Tips Day 16. We're going to start a few days of looking at different things to do with accessibility. This is obviously something that's very close to my own heart. So today we're going to start looking at colour contrast. That means how colour stands out, the foreground colour on a background. So I've made a nice kind of pale brown shape and I've put white text on it. And what I want to know is that an okay colour contrast? Is that sufficient to meet the guidelines? And there are legally defined guidelines. I'm going to show you this site, webaim.org, and they have a contrast checker that's really easy to use, particularly now that you know how to use hexadecimal colour codes. So I'm going to go back and I'm going to get the background colour for this brown block. So I'm going to click on the shape and go to shape format. I'm going to open the shape fill menu and go to more fill colours, and you can see that the colour is there. Here's the hexadecimal code for it. I'm going to triple click and copy, Control C. I can cancel that then, and I'm going to put that in as the background colour here. Control V to paste, and I'm going to hit enter. The foreground colour is white. You might remember that that's 6 Fs, all colour, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and enter. So you can see that this contrast has failed the contrast checker. Now normal text is font size 14 and smaller. Large text is 14 if it's bold and 18 if it's not bold and larger. So under all criteria this has failed. Yeah, I can either make the text darker, maybe try black, or I could make the background darker so that the contrast is greater. So I'm going to slide this line. You can see if I slide it from side to side, the background gets darker or lighter. Actually, it's changed colour completely. I'm just going to repaste, Control V, that in. So I'm just going to slowly now slide it to the left. I can see that large text has now passed for one of the criteria. I think I'm going to stop there. And then I'm going to copy, Control C, go back into here, open my shape fill, and I'm going to paste that in there and hit enter. And now that colour contrast is good enough that most people should be able to read it without difficulty. It's really important to get the colour contrast to meet the guidelines, and we're going to look at what these guidelines are a little bit later. I hope that's been helpful to you. It will certainly be helpful to people who have sight difficulties. And I'll see you tomorrow.